I was going to say number one, I never thought of, like, kind of putting that out, like creating an actual.
This one kind of jumped out in some of the research that I was doing that wasn't necessarily on my radar all along either. And that is that you want to create a culture where delegation is normative, right? Where it's not weird or unacceptable or a reflection of weakness or a sense of being selfish or kind of like, if I delegate so much, people think I'm just going to be sitting back on my chair sipping a pina colada all day, right? So there are issues, there are reasons, we talked about some of those reasons why people don't delegate. Some of them are personal hang-ups, we might call them, but some of them are cultural in nature. But we all know that we as leaders create the culture. I don't know if you know the famous, it's famous but I can't quote it, so it's famous-ish, we'll call it, passage by the child psychologist Chaim Janat, written in the 1970s about teachers who create the weather in their classrooms. And the basic gist of it is that teachers carry a tremendous amount of power. And they, with their attitudes and their approaches and expectations and interactions, they're the ones who create and you see it, because kids are very malleable, right? But the same group of kids from period to period or year to year could look really different based on the adult who's the center of their universe at that respective time. And to a lesser degree, but very similar, as leaders, you have that same capacity to create culture and environment and framework for your employees, and even frankly for the people who are above you, but may not necessarily respect or understand the value of some things. And if you approach it correctly, you can help change the culture in all respects. Maybe not always. I understand individual circumstances, but it's kind of like the commercial, don't try this at home. Right, so you may not necessarily choose to try this in your environment if you feel that there will be some kind of friction as a result, but in most cases, yes.